My name is Nidia Alvarez-Nguyen, and I am a multimedia artist. I do painting, I'm a photographer, I do sculptures, anything in the arts that I can get my hands on. I have always been drawn to paintings, photographs, anything that captures emotions. People especially, I love painting people, I love capturing just raw emotions. I was always drawn to it. My husband, when we were dating, actually bought me my first professional camera. I had always played with my uncle's camera as a kid, and from then on I had no excuse to not pursue it. Photography is all about, it's not about capturing what's in front of you, it's how you see it. So angles helps a lot, emotion. There's so many faces that you just have to capture it the right way, and it just tells you really a picture has 1,000 stories behind it. Photography can impact and influence society in a multitude of ways. There are so many photographs of riots and protests throughout history that strike us a certain way. There's the picture of the sailor kissing the woman before leaving to war. There's so many pictures that they grab you a certain way, and I would like for one of my photographs to do that one day. As a child, I used to play with my uncle's camera. He always took pictures. I would say it's a whole life thing, but professionally, I started pursuing it professionally when I was 7 months pregnant. And now my son is 9 months. Opening and starting Room 222, being a mom, all of it has been extremely rough. It's definitely been worth it. My son has been my inspiration for everything that I've become to this day. He's my reason for everything. Room 222, the meaning of it is tied in with him. He's my second pregnancy, but my first child. I did have a miscarriage before my son, something that I'm extremely open about because it's so taboo and so normal. Me having OCD too is I don't do even numbers, so it was really hard for me to accept that this was my second pregnancy. I wasn't comfortable with the number 2, so it's something I ended up embracing, and then looking up the angel number 222, which popped up all throughout my pregnancy. It was the room number that I often found myself in, the time that I often saw on my phone. It is a number for peace, love, and unification and friendship, and that is everything that I want for this space in the art community. So on one side it's my inspiration and my motivation to keep going, and on the other it's the vision that I want for this place. And building it took a toll on my breastfeeding journey with my son, for sure. These were 14-hour work days. Everything in here is hand-built, custom displays, and my son was in here with us through it all. So it's been tough, but it's definitely worth it, and I know that when he grows up he'll see that too. I have had a lot of opportunities with photography that has helped me see the world from a different perspective. Also, any time that I feel like I might snap a good picture, if I'm at a protest or a riot or I'm passing a beautiful moment, I make sure that I have my camera with me and to take pictures. And it's later when I see them and I edit them, there's things that I see in them that I didn't grasp when I was there in person, and it helps me see things in a different way. There's a father in the background with his child, just beautiful moments that I didn't see that I see later on when I'm editing, or the people that I meet through the different jobs that I do, because I'm a versatile photographer. I've done fashion, art, photojournalism. Those are all molding and shaping me with different experiences. We are working with our team, but we are solidifying it for the future for Room 222 to be an art school. That's more of a universal broad term. I don't want people to think that they have to spend so much money to go to an expensive art school. I want it to be community-led. There will be dance classes, dance studios, photography studios. It'll be a great place for the community to become an artist, because art doesn't have a path, it doesn't have an age. You don't have to go to a prestigious art school. You don't have to spend all this money. You don't have to do it when you're young. You could come in at any age. We want kids programs, programs for older adults. We want it to be as accessible to the public in every way, shape, and form as possible. Even now we are introducing as much as we can to the space now. We have a teacher coming soon, an artist. She teaches West African dancing, as well as things that she's incorporated from her stride. She has done dance, jazz, ballet. She's done so many things that she's incorporated into what she calls free flow. So she's able to come in and teach that to the community, and then other people are coming in, learning that, grasping it, doing their own thing. So that's really all I want, for people to come in, be inspired, and grow. I've been crafty since I was a child. My grandma is extremely crafty. We would make almost everything. We come from a country where you kind of have to make everything, and that's kind of transcended into now. My friends tell me, "You're so cute, you think you can make everything." Like, I probably could. But with jewelry, what inspires me is also my culture. When you're a child, your dad adorns you in like these jewelry pieces in gold, and when you're older, your husband does. But it's also just talismans of what we have left from people sometimes. Jewelry tells a story. A lot of the jewelry pieces we have now come from different cultures. I just love jewelry. I think they tell stories, or they unite people for sure. I have a lot of friends now that make jewelry that we became friends because I was obsessed with their art. And it's also a form of art and expression for sure. We have Dakota DeYent, who every piece of his jewelry is an art piece. It's how he expresses his art and his views and his imagination. Finding a balance between what a client wants as well as my own artistic self-expression is really difficult. I think that I do, I guess, way more for the clients, and I have to find my free time to do my own creative expressions. So it's really all about, once again, balance and perseverance. What it's taken to work towards balancing the two aspects of creative self-expression and meeting a client's needs has been, it's helped me to become more established, I guess, because when you are not as established, people don't really care about your self-expression. Also not allowing people to walk on you either, because at first you do have to mold and allow some sacrifice to get somewhere, but also being firm in who you are as an artist, what you want to do. If they're not your right audience, they're not your right audience. You'll find your right audience, you'll find your crowd, your crew. I've definitely found my crowd, my crew, my audience. They help me with many projects. The collective here definitely helps me. How I ensure the quality and craftsmanship is I do not take shortcuts. And it is difficult because it comes into how you price things. I want to be affordable, but I do not, my concrete motto is that I do not sell or give out anything that I myself would not wear, and I myself am a picky person. So I don't take shortcuts, I don't cut corners. No matter how far I get, I want to keep that mentality, as well as do not give what you would not yourself buy, because the economy that we're in and how hard everyone works, that would not be fair. A special piece of jewelry that I've made that is significant at the moment that I have would be between this piece with pearls and seashells and gold cowrie shells that is tied to my culture, and this jade and green aventurine piece with gold pieces as well, is tied to the culture that I married into, which is also my son's culture now. I have come to also love Buddha. My husband's Buddhist, and going to the monastery, the temple, has been really special. It's been very calming. It's been different from what I grew up in. I grew up in Afro-Cuban, like Santeria, which is what this piece is inspired by. So it's also a very special piece. I'm honored that you like it. Advice that I would give someone starting their photography business, jewelry business, whatever it is do not give up. It really is all on perseverance. We do live in a world with envy and hate, and it's really competitive, but as long as you stay true to yourself, you're very open, you're very raw, you're very honest, no hidden agendas, nothing, just follow your heart openly and persevere and don't give up. The energy you put in is the energy that you will get out, and find a good support system, because that makes all the difference. Surround yourself with good people, like-minded people. I would love to promote all 13 resident artists in room 222 space. They are beautiful people, they work really hard, they have their own jobs as well as their art in here. They do commissioned pieces, anything that you could ask for. We have sculptors, jewelry makers, print, we have fine artists, like anything you could possibly need. Soaps, candles, wax melts, totes, everything. We got it. And locally handmade. My name is Nidia Alvarez-Nguyen. I am a multimedia artist and I love the community.